No, if you follow my advocacy, I'm not a big believer in commissions. I don't think we give them the power. They are advisory bodies. Nothing happens. What we're asking for is an independent commission with prosecutorial powers as well. We have done the same thing in respect of the special prosecutor, which only focuses on corruption cases. Police violence is a canker. We started this democratic journey, particularly to get away from the dark days when you can be picked and killed. And so this violence thing is what we're asking for, a similar body with independent powers to just investigate interactions of police that lead to death. And that's what we're asking for. You know, all this talk of doing all this show on television doesn't help anybody. So we are completely agreed in that regard. And one of the things we are doing, as we talked about in the petitions we are giving of, is also that we are working with parliamentarians to make a statement on the floor of Parliament, but also to draft a private member's bill. Now, we are already started a consultative process for drafting a private member's bill with the Member of Parliament who's going to move it forward. Our hope is that the Attorney General's Department picks that up, because our fear is that because the Constitution, we have a terribly drafted Constitution, which says that anything that imposes a charge on the consolidated fund cannot come through private members. So essentially, for the vast time of our democracy, members of Parliament do not even propose any laws. They just wait for the executive. If that provision is again instrumentalized to block the process, again, we've talked so many times about constitutional reforms already on this question. But our objective, even for people who believe that the Constitution is defective, we have been the loudest in the use of the Constitution to demand for freedoms for people. And we'll continue to test the processes. We'll continue to draft that process and ensure that an independent commission is body is put in place that investigates. You know, before I came, my understanding was that the police know they have nothing. Their real hope was that the High Court would deny bail. So that for 3 years, like so many people I met in there, and for years, their case never starts, it's never called. You're just left in there. That's their real intention and purpose. Because that's what they were gunning for. In fact, and I'm saying this on record, the Inspector General of Police went to the Tema High Court to try to persuade the judges not to grant bail. Tell me, is this normal in a democracy? So that's the real intention. So my passport, they can keep it. For me, I'm doing even much more valuable work now. And again, right now, if you look at my advocacy, it's focused on prison reform. If you put me in any corner, my first question is, how do I make this corner brighter? If you're claiming that we are interested in guns and violence, we'll show you the face of violence of the Republic. That is what is most important thing to you. And perhaps our form of advocacy, which is not tied into a partisan project or elections, people are seeing that this is new, what is this, and we don't understand it. Listen, we're also trying to build Ghanaians out of the partisan framework and show you that if we demand critical questions of our democracy, we can get answers. Yes. That's what our interest is. And we don't know how long the country is going to last. We don't know how long people are going to be able to support this. But I assure you, for as long as we have this opportunity, we will continue to advocate for what is right so that all Ghanaians get their due.